Hi there, it's Ray here, and in this video I'm going to talk through the new glow up of comparisons, which is in your Google Analytics 4 dashboard. So if we have a look at our Analytics dashboard, we will see a new icon, which is just here called Edit Comparisons. Now, when we click on that icon, it gives us a few saved or preset options. So for example, I can apply the default, which is all users. I can look at my organic traffic versus all traffic, my paid traffic, usually cost per click, for example, Google Ads. I can look at, traffic based on device, for example, mobile phones versus desktop, and I can select those. So for this example, I'm going to do organic traffic versus all traffic, and you can see that the comparisons appear right at the top. So if I want both of those, what I can do is press apply, and that will update in my dashboard. So in here, you can now see that we have all users as well as organic traffic. And I can add a third comparison if I want to. However, if you add more and more comparisons, you'll probably find that it gets harder and harder to detect what's actually going on. And so this feature can be used on any of the reports essentially. And if I just wanted to look at one of the channels, then all I have to do is remove the default one, which is known as all use. So in here, I can now get organic traffic and show it showing organic traffic only based on the parameters. So for this one, I've got organic traffic and it's based on a default channel group, okay? But you can see here that I'm getting organic social because when I'm using my Urchin tracking module, I'm also using the word organic, okay, which is creating a problem. So in that case, what I could do is I could create a new comparison. And the beauty of this is I can also save one as well. So let's do that. We can press create new and we can select the dimension. Now you can see here that there are obviously other options such as geography. So I can compare traffic by country. I can even compare traffic based on, the landing page name or URL and stuff like that. But for this one, what I'm going to do is I'm looking at session medium, okay? And then I'm going to type in exactly matches and select organic. And I'm going to pretty much use that as my organic traffic comparison because I'm using that Urchin tool. So in this case, what I can do is I can press apply, but what I can also do is press save. So now I have the ability to press save. I can call this one organic traffic, whatever it's going to be in terms of makes sense to you essentially. And press confirm. And so that's saved now as part of my presets. But you'll notice even though I haven't pressed apply, it's putting it in here. So if I get rid of that, so you can see here, now that I'm using the UTM module, I've corrected how many are actually coming through for this website, okay? So I can get that result. So it's really useful in that respect. Now let me show you another use case for the comparison feature. So for example, we can go into add comparison, and this time we can look at something like maybe direct traffic, okay, and compare that to all user traffic. So we're going to press apply. We can also jump into other reports. So let's go into, for example, acquisition report and then go into traffic acquisition to see how the comparisons react. So once we land here, you can see that at the moment we just have all users, which is the default. So in order to get direct traffic back, we just hit this little toggle and that allows us to see the view comparison, okay, within this report. And you can do it through other reports as well. Now, the difference between what we saw previously on our overview section for reports is that we also have an additional button here, which is this little icon here. This icon will allow us to export the report to further analyze it and use the drag and drop Explore Builder. So it's a really cool feature that with one click, you can basically drag this report into that section and make it so much easier for yourself. So let's do that. Notice as well that you get a pop-up, and the pop-up is just to remind you that not all the dimensions and metrics which are mentioned here are necessarily available in Explore as yet. So we can see our comparison is here and it's broken down into the table as well. And then if we scroll down, we can see the values, okay? So maybe we don't want total revenue, so we can get rid of that. Maybe we don't want engaged sessions. Again, we can get rid of that in our table. And we can also add things in. So even though these are what was preset based on the previous report, maybe there's something else we want to add in here so that we can put it into the table. So I'm going to press the plus button, and you can see that there's obviously a few different options, but let's say for the sake of this example, we want event count per user. I'm going to press import, and then it will come up here almost like a shopping basket. I'm going to drag it in here. Now, if it doesn't go in the first time, just do it again. It's a little bit buggy. And then, of course, we can drag it up as well. So you can move things around quite easily within your table so that you can get what you're after. Okay, so it's just another way of seeing your data essentially as part of a comparison. And so that's the exciting new section of comparisons. Have a play, see what you think. I think it's a positive change, makes things easier for us to compare apples a lot easier.